Coordination number 6, octahedral structures we have seen already. So we shall go ahead with some structures also. So this is coordination number 6. So it is an copper complex, hexa aqua copper 2 ion it is. So likewise we have coordination number 4 with a tetrahedral structure and what a square planar geometry also. So this is the general form, metal and ligand, how it is bonded with tetrahedral and square planar geometry we are watching now. Next it is with coordination number 2. With a coordination number 2 it forms a linear structure. Now it is coordination number 6. Cobalt is forming octahedral geometry and nickel is also forming octahedral geometry. Now in the case of coordination number 4, cobalt is forming tetrahedral geometry. So you can observe clearly now. So coordination number 4, cobalt is forming tetrahedral and nickel is forming square planar geometry. So coordination number 4, it is going to arrange in two different ways. One is tetrahedral and the other one is square planar. So we have already seen. So tetrahedral is sp3 hybridization and square planar is dsp2 hybridization. So now another one, next one, that is coordination number 5. So it is also arranged in two different ways. That is trigonal bipyramidal and the other one is square pyramidal. Square pyramidal. Next one, coordination number 6. So coordination number 6, only one arrangement, that is octahedral. So when we are discussing about VBT, we'll come across once again with these things. So at that time we can check octahedral means hybridization. So we cannot specify here the hybridization. Hybridization is going to vary here. Likewise for these cases also hybridization will be slightly different. So that's why here we have specified, but here and all we cannot specify. So that's why I have written like this. And even though the coordination number is 4, we have seen cobalt will be forming an tetrahedral form and nickel will be forming square planar form. These hybridizations and the spatial arrangement is dependent on the nature of the central metal atom and the nature of the ligand. So nature of ligand and nature of metal is mainly responsible for the structure also and mainly responsible for the hybridization also. So we shall move on to the next one, next topic. So all these things are coming under some important, some basic terms of coordination compounds itself. In that itself, all these things. So this is the last part or last topic now here. So that is homoleptic and heteroleptic complexes. First one, homoleptic, will discuss. Homoleptic complexes. Homo indicates same. So the complexes in which the central metal is bonded to only one type of donor groups. Donor groups are nothing but ligands. If the ligands are same, if the ligands which are bonded to central metal atom are same. Homo indicates the same. So the same kind of ligands, if it is bonded to the central metal atom, then the complex is called as homoleptic complexes. So we can write the examples we can go through. So here nickel, this is one example. So these are the examples where you can observe only one type of ligands. So 6 ligands are there. All the 6 ligands are NH3 groups only. So here also in this complex also, so 6 ligands are there. All the 6 ligands are NH3 only. Here also 6 ligands are there. All the 6 ligands are Cn minus only. So such kind of complexes are called as homoleptic complexes. Homoleptic complexes are the complexes in which the metal is bonded to only one type of donor groups or ligands. So such compounds are called as homoleptic complexes. So the next one we'll see. Next one is heteroleptic complexes. Heteroleptic complexes. So heteroleptic complexes are the complexes in which the metal is bonded to more than one type. It is more than one type of donor atom. More than one type of donor groups or ligands. So example which shall mention the same thing, but a slight change. We'll make a slight change here. Earlier there was nickel with the 6 NH3 groups was there. So Cl2, NH3, 4 times. So nickel was 2 plus. Cl is 2 minus 1. So it becomes minus 2 plus 1 plus 2 minus 2 gets cancels. No charge on the complex. Next one. The same thing, but NH3 is being replaced by H2O here. So here in this complex you can check. So 6 coordination number is 6 here. 4 plus 2 6 here. But NH3, 4 NH3 are there and 2 Cl is there. So 2 different types of ligands are present. In this complex also same. So this is one complex, this is the second complex. In this also, so 2 Cl and 4 H2O molecules are there. Different ligands it is ligating with. So next one, cobalt complex will take. So cobalt complex with the Cl2 and H3 4 times and the charge is plus 1. Here also same thing. So chlorine also is as a ligand it is there and NH3 is also a ligand it is present. So different types of ligands are bonded to the central metal atom, and we also know that hetero indicates different. Hetero means different. So different types of ligands bonded to the central metal atom and it is forming one complex, and that is called as heteroleptic complexes. Heteroleptic complexes. So we have come across with two words, homoleptic complex and heteroleptic complex. Homo means same kind of ligands bonded to the central metal atom, and heteroleptic complexes are nothing but different ligands are bonded to the central metal atom. heteroleptic complexes. So we shall move on to the next one. So by this we have ended our basic things, basic terms which we are going to use in coordination compound. So we shall revise all those things once again by using an coordination compound. One of the example we shall take, it is cobalt dichlorido. So tetramine dichlorido, cobalt plus 3 complex it is. So plus 3 complex we have written. So in this cobalt is our central metal atom. So we'll do one thing, we'll take up some Cl also so that it will be easy. So Cl here outside, this is our complex. Next, so we shall analyze whatever we have studied until now. So within the square bracket, whatever is there, so we call that one as inside the square bracket we have metal, we have ligands. So central metal and ligands are enclosed in a square bracket and we call that one as coordination sphere. It is coordination sphere. What is cobalt? Cobalt is a central metal. It is central metal ion. Central metal ion. And Cl2 and NH3 both are ligands. They are donating a pair of electron to the central metal atom. So it is a negative ligand. Cl minus is a negative ligand and NH3 is a neutral ligand. So these two are ligands. So now, so we have written these two are ligands. They are donating the pair of electron to the central metal atom. So this is 2 and 4. So we'll consider this 2 and this 4 indicates. What does this 2 plus 4 indicates? 2 plus 4, that is equals to 6, indicates coordination number. That indicates coordination number. Cobalt is forming 6 bonds with it. And at last, what is the Cl? So Cl indicates counter ion. So if at all, if Cl is only 1, then what is the charge on the complex? So if Cl is minus, only 1 is there, that means that it has minus 1 charge. If it is having minus 1 charge, then on the complex there should be plus 1 charge. So charge on the complex is plus 1. So what type of complex it is? It has 2 different types of ligand. So we can name that one as heteroleptic complex. 2 different types of ligand. So that's why it is heteroleptic complex. So we have coordination sphere, coordination number, central metal, and we have coordination number we have calculated. We also know the counter ion, which is ionizable in nature. Counter ion is the ionizable part of the complex. So it is ionizable in nature. We shall also calculate the coordination number. We have calculated oxidation number, oxidation state. So oxidation number of cobalt we shall calculate. That is, we need to calculate as X cobalt. For cobalt it is X. We don't know the oxidation number, so that's why it is X. And chlorine, it is 2. Each one is with minus 1 charge. And we have NH3 4 times, that is 4. It is a neutral ligand. It becomes a 0. It is 4 and it is a 0. That is minus 1. Chlorine is there. It is a continuation. Chlorine. So 1 chlorine, each one is with -1 as the charge. That is equals to 0. I hope it is clear. So when we are calculating oxidation number, so we need to, along with this, we need to take, if at all, if this counter ion part is not there, then charge comes. So at that time, equal to +1 it becomes. So we shall solve now. So x -2 and it is -1, -2 -1 -3. Shift, if at all, if it has been shifted to that side, then it becomes +3. So oxidation number of cobalt is +3. So all these things we have come across, all these things we have discussed already. And chlorine is a monodentate ligand. NH3 is also a monodentate ligand. So this is about the few basic things which is very required for us for our further studies. So basic things already we have discussed. So next we'll move on to the few questions I'll be giving for you to calculate the oxidation number. So as many as questions you'll be solving, you'll become perfect in that, and it is very important concept. So where you'll be getting question in board point of view also, you'll be getting questions. So few examples I'll be writing. You try to find out the oxidation number. Find out the oxidation number of central metal atom or ion. So the first one, cobalt. So these are the few examples. You have to try to calculate the oxidation number. Observe. So this is ammonia, neutral ligand. It is also neutral. Likewise, here it is neutral. It is Cl -1. So if at all, if it is an counter ion, as a whole you will be taking X plus 4 into 0 plus 2 into 0 plus 3 into -1, that is equals to 0, because we don't have any charge on it. So -3 is equals to 0 it becomes. Likewise here in this complex, so we have come across with, so here there is no charge, it is ethylene diamine. So it is a neutral ligand, we don't have any charge. Directly CO plus 3 into 0 minus 3 is equals to 0 it becomes. So here in this case CO3 minus 2, charge is CO3 minus 2. So try to complete this one. Very simple and very easier. Try to complete this one. It will be helpful for you.